Good morning. I'm Tessa Rickard, and if you've been following me for a little while, you'll notice that I talk a lot about um, eating good food with joy and without fear. I talk a lot about poo and having a healthy, pain free bowel motion every day. And what I'm really all about is helping free people from that digestive prison that has often been controlling their lives for many, many years. And one of the really important ways that I help people to do this and put together this puzzle piece that is their digestive health is to do an analysis of their microbiome through a stool test. It's a non-invasive test, and we look at all the different species that they've got, and we look at what if they have a healthy microbiome or an unhealthy microbiome, and then we can use certain therapeutic um, techniques to improve the composition and help them to get rid of symptoms like IBS and a whole host of other things if you've been watching the videos over the past couple of weeks. So today I wanted to talk about 7 things that are killing off your good bacteria, and I think some of them might surprise you. I'm going to start in a really obvious spot, which is antibiotics. I think we all know this. Antibiotics are designed to kill bacteria, and they have saved who knows how many lives over the past 100 years. We're very grateful for them, but we also know that they have been overused, and they don't come without some effects, negative effects, that is. So studies have shown that it takes about 2 years to recover from one round of antibiotics. And that's not such a bad thing if you're only having them every few years. But if you're doing it a couple of times a year, or I see a lot of kids who are having several rounds of antibiotics a year, you can actually permanently alter your microbiome. So you can completely wipe out good species that are really important for your health forever, and they can't come back. That's a problem, and there's a lot of people in this boat. So that's something we really need to think about. Like I said, antibiotics are life-saving. They're important. We're grateful for them, but we need to be aware and use them really as a last resort. Number 2 is something that a lot of people don't think about, and that's preservatives. So what are preservatives designed to do? They extend the shelf life of the food that we buy in the supermarket so that a food manufacturing company can make it somewhere, ship it all around the world, and we can pick it up on supermarket shelves, and it's very convenient for us. But the way that they work is they actually kill bacteria inside the packaging. It's so that you get this long shelf life, right? And what happens is we know that when we eat it, the preservatives kill our bacteria as well. So again, if you're having processed foods daily or several times a day, this can add up. This can be a real problem for you, and it's something you might want to consider thinking about. Number 3 is just plain old starving your microbiome. So your healthy gut bugs need a really steady source of good nutrients, and the nutrients that they eat are fiber, indigestible for us, but digestible for them. And if we're not eating enough fiber, which unfortunately with the standard Australian or the standard American, the SAD diet, it's very low in fiber. A lot of people aren't getting enough fiber. We're missing out on a lot of the fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and those plant foods. And we're missing out on the antioxidants and the polyphenols specifically, which is a type of antioxidant that the good bacteria consume. That if we're not giving them their food, they die. It's pretty simple. So that's a really important factor as well, just making sure you're getting enough fiber and enough diversity in plant foods. Number 4 is alcohol. So high consumption of alcohol has been linked to low bacterial diversity. So in one study, participants had 2 to 3 standard drinks a day, and after only 3 weeks, there was a marked decrease in good bacteria. So we really need to watch our alcohol content. Having a couple of glasses of good quality organic red wine on the weekend is very different to having 2 or 3 drinks a day, or binge drinking on the weekend as well, which will have a really detrimental effect not only to your microbiome but to your whole digestive tract. Now, the next 3 are more lifestyle choices that we make, and they're surprising because the whole body is so interconnected, and some of these things are directly kill the microbiome, but also sometimes the effect of them can actually have a negative effect on the microbiome as well. So the first one is movement. So active people versus non-active people have actually been shown to have less diversity and a more unhealthy microbiome composition. And the same goes for sleep. If you watched my video last week, I talked about serotonin. And serotonin, all those hormone productions, are really important for your circadian rhythm. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg scenario. So not getting enough sleep can actually have a really bad negative impact on your microbiome as well. And the last one, number 7, is stress. Stress is huge. It has a huge cascade effect on your digestion, and it directly and indirectly prevents the good gut bugs in your microbiome from thriving. So there you have it, 7 things that are killing off your good gut bugs. Next week, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you can be eating and actively doing in order to help your microbiome thrive. Please share this video or tag your friends below, and I'll see you next week.